Right guys, welcome back. The good news is Crimson Desert has had yet another patch. Fantastic work by Pearl Abyss. They get these updates out really quick and they're listening to the fans, which is fantastic. So I've updated the HDR settings because they're working a lot better. The bad news is you're going to have to listen to my voice again, so apologies for that. So let's jump straight in, as usual, quick video, just to show you exactly what my settings are on the base PS5, so let's go. So anyway, this is what it looks like straight out of the box. Not great. It looks a bit like an oil painting, actually. I'm loving the game, so don't attack me. But this is what it looks like straight out of the box. It is a bit of an oil painting, bit blur. I've gone right back to basics so I can show you what I'm doing. So let's do it together. Settings. Now it looks like they've fixed the nits. Mine were at 5,000 not long ago. So I'm going to move this to balanced. Contrast, I'm moving it down again to 45. HDR on, VSync on. I'm still leaving my 120 Hz off. Settings. Now the max brightness, somebody said again it was too high, which it is, but it seems to be remapping, toning the HDR. So it doesn't really matter if you go above what your TV settings are, but if you have a look online, look at what your settings are, but it does say when it's barely visible, which for me is like really high. So your telly might only be 2000 nits, but you can still seem to get away with 4 because what it will do is something called, it's like TV tone mapping. Now, if you don't know what tone mapping is, have a look on Google. So I'm going to stick it at around 3000, so I don't want to lose any depth or anything, and I don't want it to be too high this time, so they seem to have fixed it a little bit better, but as you can see, the picture at the top is still visible, but we'll keep it at that for now. Exposure, I want to move it down because again, it's too bright, so it's staying at 40. UI brightness, I'm going to leave at 35, so that's me, 3009, 40, and 35. I've gone for balanced, my contrast is 45, and now the next thing I want to do, now this blur intensity, I want to turn that down to 40 because it does make your game a little bit better if you turn these off. UI size, I want to turn it down a bit. And HUD size, they're just my preference because they're too high. But particle effects, now that is particle effects. Lowering this setting may improve performance, so I'm going to lower it to 40 as well. Camera shake I'm leaving, subtitles small, I'm going to turn them off because I don't really like them. And depth of field, I'm leaving that on for now, but it could create a bit of blur. So we'll try it off and then we'll try it on. But I do think I'm going to leave that on. And this is what we've got. So straight away, I think that looks a lot better. I'm going to try and do a side by side if I know how to do it, so I can show you what it looked like before, show you what it looks like now, and I think that looks a lot better. Now we're just going to try one more thing, and that is to put the blur back on. So we'll go back to our settings, down to the bottom, depth of field, not blur. And if it don't make much difference, I'm going to leave that on. But you also notice on the base PS5 you had a bit of screen tearing. That's a little bit laggy. I do like, people have said play on balance. If you don't mind the drop in FPS, that's all right. I think I do like balance, but there how they both look. But I think this is how I'm going to be playing it. I will just try balanced once more, but I still don't think it's performance once more. Sorry, I'm trying to talk while I'm doing it. But at least now you get a feel for everything, so it's up to you. So I think balance for me is the way. The picture looks a lot better. Again, that good FPS, but you're losing some quality. So to summarize, we'll go over here to settings, and 100% that is going to be me from looking at everything. So we've done it together. We've got balanced, contrast 45, them two on, 125 off. HDR settings are those. And as you know from the accessibility, I've turned down the particle effects and blur intensity. And they're my settings for the game. Let's take one final look. I like a first person. And there you go. That is a base PS5, and I think that is as good as we're going to get it since the updates, and it's looking alright. Let me know what you think. Thank you very much, and see you later.